Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Captain Craig Singletary, the Director of Training, and I'd like to welcome you to the graduation ceremonies for the 117th Trooper School. And with that, this morning, I would like to please take a moment of silence, if we could have a moment of silence for the victims of the Apalachee school shooting. Thank you. Additionally, I would like to extend a personal welcome to First Lady Miss Marty Kemp, Miss Lucy and Miss Amy Porter Kemp, members of the General Assembly, members of the Board of Public Safety, Colonel Hitchens, Lieutenant Colonel Lowe, Lieutenant Colonel Lamb, our command staff, our troop and our region commanders, and all law enforcement represented here today. We're so thank you that you chose to be with us here this morning. Sergeant First Class Strickland, the 117th Trooper School has been assembled. Will you please escort the graduating class to their seats? Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of our colors, the singing of our national anthem by Trooper Rebecca Orr, and please remain standing for the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
God-fearing men and women believe that before any important undertaking that we should recognize the providence of Almighty God. I would like to ask Chief Craig Tully to please come forward and give our invocation.
Bow with me as we pray. Father, I thank you for who you are. I thank you that we have the honor this morning to gather here and celebrate this great milestone. Lord, I thank you for these men and women who have answered the call to protect us, to run to places that everybody else is running away from. I thank you for their dedication, and I thank you for their service. God, I just pray now that you would keep your hand of protection on each and every one of them. Lord, just lead and guide them and keep them safe. I do pray this morning for our friends and our brothers and sisters in Barrett County. Father, you're the only one who can heal that hurt. And I just pray that you would just wrap your arms around them. And Lord, that you would just bring them that peace and that comfort that only you can bring. I thank you this morning for just the honor of being here. I thank you for Colonel Hitchens and his command staff. Lord, I thank you for the job that they do. I thank you for the way that they set the example. God, just continue to be with them. I thank you for Captain Singletary and the job that he and his training staff does. I just pray that you would continue to guide them in the way that they need to be. Lord, I thank you for our governor. I thank you for Governor Kemp and for the dedication that he has to public service, law enforcement, fire, EMS, whatever it is, Lord. He's behind us 100%, and I thank you for that. I thank you for First Lady Marty Kemp, Lord, and how she stands beside him and leads this state. I thank you for the entire family, because in your word you teach us that we should stick together as a family and do things as a family. And I am so proud to know that our governor and his family does that. Lord, we're a blessed state. I think that we're the best state in the nation. And I just thank you for that. And I just pray now that all that we do here today would bring honor and glory to you. And I ask you to please forgive us when we fail you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Craig. Now, I'd like to introduce Major Rusty Harrelson.
Good morning. Members of the 117th Trooper School, before we continue to celebrate your outstanding achievements, let us not forget those who have come before us, paving the way with great sacrifice. These men were fathers, sons, brothers, husbands, best friends, and someone's Trooper School roommate. They began their journey as a trooper, as we all did. They truly believed it was a calling. Serving their communities and their state admirably, these heroes were ordinary people who faced extraordinary circumstances and acted with courage, honor, and self-sacrifice. Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. John 15:13. Join me as we remember them.
On October 1st, 2023, Colonel William W. Hitchens was appointed to the position of Commissioner of the Department of Public Safety. Colonel Hitchens graduated from the 69th Georgia State Patrol Trooper School in 1994, and upon graduation in 1995, he was assigned to Post 19 Swainsboro. Colonel Hitchens is a second-generation trooper. He is the son of retired Colonel Bill and Norma Hitchens. He graduated from Effingham County High School in 1990 and received a Bachelor of Science degree in middle grades education from Georgia Southern University. As a graduate from the Georgia Law Enforcement Command College, Colonel Hitchens holds a master's degree in public administration from Columbus State University. In 2007, he graduated from the FBI National Academy, Session 229. Colonel Hitchens and his wife, Angie, have lived in Statesboro for the past 30 years, and they have 2 children, Grayson and Will. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Hitchens.
Thank you very much, Craig, and welcome to the graduation ceremonies of the 117th Trooper School. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to First Lady Ms. Marty Kemp, Ms. Lucy Kemp, and Ms. Amy Porter Kemp. I'm proud to say that a member of the First Family has attended and delivered the keynote address for every Trooper School graduation since Governor Kemp was elected. Ms. Marty, how many have you missed? None. Thank you for your dedication. The First Family's strong, steadfast support of the Department of Public Safety and our law enforcement professionals is unparalleled. Please join me in thanking the First Family for being here today. We're also honored to have members of the DPS Board of Public Safety with us. When I call your name, would you please stand? Vice Chairman Ellis Wood, Madam DA Susan Treadaway, Chief Janet Moon, Mr. Roy Fickling, Mr. Willie Bolton, Mr. Charles Sykes, Sheriff Joey Terrell, and Chief Craig Tully. And then the person that keeps them straight, Ms. Jennifer Pendarvis. We're also honored to have Mr. Nick Ellis here. He's a former board member and is on the Board of Education, State Board of Education. Thank you for coming. We have any members of the General Assembly? I know we have one. Would you please stand? Thank you for being here. We're also honored to have 3 retired commissioners of the Department of Public Safety. When I call your name, would you please stand? Commissioner George Ellis, Commissioner Bill Hitchens, and Commissioner Chris Wright. Thank y'all for continuing to support this agency. The retired members of the Department of Public Safety, would you please stand? I know we got some. Thank y'all for what y'all have done to set the standard. We're also honored to have Colonel Archer and some of his staff from Alabama. Thank y'all for being here today. Mr. Jordan Watson is here representing the Attorney General's office. They're a great partner. Where's Mr. Jordan? He's somewhere. Well, he was here. Any agencies head? I know Director Chris Wigington, he's in the back. Thank you for what y'all do for us. We appreciate the support we get from our other agencies. And any current or past member of the finest fighting force known to man, the U.S. military. Would y'all please stand? Thank you all for being with us this morning. I want to acknowledge the family members and loved ones who are here with us this morning. Your loved ones have committed themselves to public service, which also means in some sense you have too. Today would not have been possible without your love, support, and willingness to take on extra responsibilities at home so they could come here to train to achieve their goal. This service is and will be your service as well, and I thank you for that. For them to have a successful career, your support going forward will be just as important as the support you gave them during these last 9 months here at the Training Academy. We thank you for what you will and have done. 940 people applied for the opportunity to graduate here this morning. Only 39 of the 64 cadets that began Trooper School have the qualities, determination, and discipline to remain focused on their vision and achieve their goal of becoming a Georgia State Trooper. On behalf of the entire command staff, congratulations to each and every one of you waiting anxiously to be awarded your big hat. Your decision to commit to this honorable profession in our department is appreciated, and we're proud to welcome you and your loved ones to our family. At DPS, we like to think of our coworkers as family. When you get to your assignments, you'll create strong bonds with your coworkers, and I bet your families will create strong bonds with their families. In this class, there are a few cadets whose fathers I had the privilege of serving alongside of during my career. To see you carry on this proud tradition is deeply meaningful. It's a testament to the strength of our brotherhood and the enduring commitment to service that runs deep in your families. You've seen firsthand what it means to wear this uniform, and now it's your turn to continue that legacy. One thing a lot of you may not know is that Cadet Dallas Watson's wife gave birth to their baby girl Wednesday night. Dallas remained dedicated to his classmates and continued to focus on graduating Trooper School and did not tell the training staff she was having her baby. So when we were issuing their cars Thursday, one of the cadets told me that he had just had the baby, or his wife had the baby, so I went and talked to him and asked him how the baby was doing and had he seen her yet, and he said no. So we got with the training staff and said to get his butt to the hospital and see that baby. Congratulations on continuing your legacy. Another one of these cadets took the department's family atmosphere a little too far. He asked my daughter to marry him. That was supposed to be a joke. To the 117th, I'd like to speak with you about 4 words that should be your watchwords throughout your career. Those words are trust, fortitude, compassion, and professionalism. They should be at the forefront of your mind while conducting your job as a state trooper. The way you uphold these core values will determine your success with this agency, as well as the future of our department. Along with these values also comes the importance of ethics and integrity. Success and failure are temporary, but integrity is forever. Integrity means always doing the right thing, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of who is watching, and regardless of the consequences. The character of a Georgia State Trooper is something we've built on since that first Trooper School in 1937. But understand this, it can be lost or damaged in just a second. Never do anything personally or professionally that would damage your or the department's integrity. I can assure you, if you don't have integrity, the Department of Public Safety cannot use you, nor do we want you in our ranks. Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court, Potter Stewart, defined ethics as knowing the difference between what you have a right to do and what is the right thing to do. Throughout your lives, you'll be forced to make tough decisions, and I challenge you to always do what is right. You are now on the front line of our mission, protecting, serving, and leading your state and communities to a safer tomorrow. Today is your day to shine. Enjoy it and be proud of what you've accomplished to be at this very important moment in your life. You are now the face of the Georgia State Patrol. Our brand is not just a symbol. It is a promise to the citizens of Georgia that we uphold our core values in every action we take. The uniform you wear carries with it a legacy of honor, integrity, and dedication. It is your responsibility to protect that legacy and enhance our brand through your conduct, your decisions, and your interactions with the public. My challenge and my hope for you is that you will spend your career making a difference in the lives of the people you serve. At the end of your career, you'll look back and ask yourself, did I make a difference? Did I matter? And if you stay with this agency for any length of time, the answer to that will be an unequivocal yes. If you don't remember anything I say today, please remember this. With great power comes great responsibility. Our citizens entrust us with enormous power and expect us to use it morally and responsibly to protect and preserve human dignity and life. Remember, just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean you should. As we go forward today, know that we are all behind you. You are part of something much larger than yourself, something built on 87 years of service and sacrifice. Take pride in that, but more importantly, live up to it. Members of the 117th, this is your legacy of your agency. Never forget that the next chapter of this agency will now be written by you. Make sure the chapter you write becomes part of a bestseller. Welcome to our family and to this noble profession. I'll pray for your safety each and every day. May God protect you and bless you. Governor Kemp unfortunately could not make it to graduation today due to the weather. He had done everything he could to get here today, but Hurricane Francine has interfered with his plans and his flight to get here. So y'all are in for a treat today. Our speaker is one of our biggest supporters of our agency, and she makes sure that every trooper she comes in contact with is given one of these bracelets, so they will remember that the First Family is always thinking and praying for your safety. Y'all will receive y'all's after graduation. Georgia's First Lady, Miss Marty Kemp, and her husband, Brian Kemp, have consistently made Georgian safety their top priority. Ms. Kemp has shown tremendous commitment to our agency and has attended every trooper school's graduation since Governor Kemp took office. She is also heavily invested in our K-9 program. She has shown her unwavering support by pushing for additional K-9s and hosting our DPS K-9 graduations at the Governor's Mansion. Ms. Kemp has led the charge to end human trafficking in this state through the formation of the Georgians for Refuge, Action, Compassion, and Education, the Grace Commission. Her other top priorities as First Lady include supporting Georgia agriculture and the Georgia Grown program at the Governor's Mansion, promoting literacy and mental health, promoting foster care and adoption reform initiatives and pet adoption. The First Lady and First Daughters have pushed for and delivered for this agency. Some of the things that they have done is provide us with a beautiful new headquarters, substantial increase in starting salaries, which all of you will benefit from here shortly, our updated aviation department, expanded our K-9 program from its infancy to what it is today, and we have 51 K-9s that are out there today, a new statewide radio system that will make your job safer, several new patrol posts, and now a new headquarters hangar at our headquarters location. Ms. Marty Kemp is a devoted wife and mother, small business owner, graduate of the University of Georgia, and an honorary state trooper. First Lady and Governor Kemp are proud parents to 3 daughters, Jarrett, Lucy, and Amy Porter. I'm proud to introduce our First Lady of Georgia, Ms. Marty Kemp.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much for those kind words, Colonel Hitchens. I bring good news. We have 39 K-9s waiting for y'all outside by your cars. I'm kidding. But if you do want a K-9, please let us know, and we'll be happy to accommodate that in the budget. They're in there for sure. So Brian is very sorry he could not make it here today. Celebrating a new class of troopers graduating is always something we really look forward to. I'm honored to have Amy Porter and Lucy with us today, so they're very big supporters as well. I'm honored to be here in Brian's place and join you all in recognizing another class of troopers reaching this incredible milestone. I'd like to offer a special welcome to 2 former commissioners I know that the Colonel already spoke of, retired Colonel Chris Wright and George Ellis, who are here with us today to mark this special occasion. It's also great to see so many leaders from across law enforcement, including Colonel Jonathan Archers of the Alabama Department of Public Safety and members of the Georgia DPS board here to support these 39 new troopers this morning. To Executive Director Chris Wigington and the GIPSTIC team, thank you for your great work preparing these men and women for successful careers in Georgia's elite State Patrol. And to the families of these cadets, thank you for all the support you have given and sacrifices you have made to help your trooper reach this point. And most of all, to Georgia's 39 newest troopers, thank you for your commitment to serve your state through this honorable calling. I hope you all realize how impressive of an accomplishment this is, and I hope you are proud of how far you've come since January. I know your families and loved ones are proud of you, and the entire Kemp family is as well. This program is certainly demanding both mentally and physically, but you have risen to meet those demands and are now prepared to whatever challenges you may face. And despite knowing the challenges that await, especially in this climate, when law enforcement are scrutinized and criticized more than ever before, you still chose to answer the call and join the ranks of our State Patrol, and we are forever grateful. You have set yourselves apart with that inspiring dedication, and you've set an example by putting your service above self. We need more Georgians like you, and it is my honor to recognize your courage in safeguarding the well-being of this state and its people. Brian, the girls, and I want to express our deepest gratitude to you, along with all the brave men and women who wear the badge. We know your job requires a lot of you, and rest assured that in this state, we will always back the blue. As you leave today to begin a new chapter in your law enforcement careers, know that we are praying for your success and your safety as you serve and protect your fellow Georgians. Wearing and being worthy of the blue and gray is something a few are capable of, but you earned this courage, this honor with your courage, commitment, and fortitude. As you help keep Georgia's highways and communities safe, may God keep you and your loved ones safe. Congratulations again, and God bless you.
Thank you, Ms. Marty, very much for taking time to speak with us as our special guest this morning. Today, we honor 39 cadets, but before doing so, we would like to thank their families for their support during their 34 weeks of Trooper School. We understand just how difficult it was to carry on in their absence, and we're truly grateful for your support. Please join me in a round of applause for the families of these cadets. The small flag you observe in the front of the class today is the Georgia State Patrol pennant. This pennant is used as a guidon for Trooper School and is proudly carried by the class to all school activities. By tradition, the graduation class will return the pennant to our training staff to be passed on to the next Trooper School. In this tradition, Sergeant Josh Augusta will now accept the return of the class pennant from Cadet David Zarb.
On behalf of the 117th Trooper School, I return this pennant to be used for future Trooper Schools.
On behalf of the training staff, I accept this pennant to be used for future Trooper Schools.
The saber is a symbol of authority and trust, and it honors those who go into harm's way to get the job done. Just as our pennant, the Georgia State Patrol saber is passed from school to symbolize these characteristics. On behalf of the training staff, Sergeant Alec Davis will now accept the return of the class saber from Cadet Tyler Gant.
On behalf of the 117th Trooper School, I return this saber to be used for future Trooper Schools.
On behalf of the training staff, I accept this saber to be used for future Trooper Schools.
At this time, I would like to thank Director Chris Wigington and his staff for their support. If they would please stand and be recognized. Now we would like to give you, the family and friends of these cadets, a glimpse into what they have experienced to earn the title Georgia State Trooper. We hope you enjoyed the video and now have a little bit better idea of what these cadets have endured. During the first few weeks of training, the class recognizes and elects some of their members to officially represent them as class officers. At this time, I would like to introduce them to you. If you would please hold your applause until they have all been introduced. Class President, Cadet Demarion Jones. Secretary Treasurer, Cadet Peyton Carradine. Chaplain, Cadet Wesley Collins. Sergeant at Arms, Cadet Tyler Gant. Pennant Bearer, Cadet David Zarb. Selection by your peers is indeed an honor. In addition to the outstanding accomplishments of the class in its entirety, there are some other class members who deserve individual recognition. The first of these awards is the Firearm Proficiency Award. While in firearms training, each cadet fires well over 1,000 rounds. All scores were then recorded and averaged to identify the highest overall score, with the highest possible score being 300. The winner of the Firearms Proficiency Award for the 117th Trooper School, Cadet Tyler Gant. The second firearms-related award is called the Top Gun Award. After successful completion of all firearms courses, the cadets went head-to-head in a stressful combat shooting competition, which combined both speed and accuracy to see who came out on top, hence the name of the award. The top gun for the 117th Trooper School is Cadet Russell Gazaway. The next award is the Driving Proficiency Award. These cadets receive 2.5 weeks of intense driver training. They must pass courses consisting of backing, braking, skids, a precision cone course, and high-speed driving. This demands both hand and eye coordination and sound decision-making skills. The Driving Proficiency Award for the 117th Trooper School, Cadet John Tay Wilson. Now I would like to recognize Dr. Dwayne Thompson of Reinhardt University. Each year, Reinhardt University awards the honor graduate with an academic scholarship award. This scholarship has been named in the honor and memory of Corporal Chadwick LaCroix. This scholarship is presented to the cadet who has maintained the highest overall average from all academic exams. The recipient of the scholarship for the 117th Trooper School is Cadet Samuel Smithu. He had an average of 97.38. The final award that we will be presenting today is the Patrick Dupree Leadership Award. The 113th Trooper School sadly lost a classmate during a training exercise. Patrick Dupree started the 113th school and was quickly recognized by the training staff and his fellow classmates as an informal leader. Patrick was always consistent in every aspect of training, and he was never without a smile. With Patrick in mind, the training staff added an award in his honor. The recipient of this award is selected by the training staff. This individual must stand out as an informal leader during Trooper School and maintain a positive attitude and be an encouragement to others. The recipient of this award, the Patrick Dupree Leadership Award, Cadet Peyton Carradine. These cadets were recognized and awarded with these honors earlier this week. It has been said about leadership that responsibilities gravitate to the person who can shoulder them. This cadet's concern and compassion earned him the honor of being elected by his fellow classmates to the position of class president. Now I'd like to introduce the class president of the 117th Trooper School and ask him to come forward and address his class, Cadet Demarion Jones.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 117th Georgia State Patrol Trooper School graduation ceremony. I would like to start first by giving thanks to God for protecting every one of us who travel here this morning. Without him, this day would not be possible. I would like to say thank you to Governor Kemp, First Lady Ms. Marty Kemp, and the entire First family for your unwavering support to not only the Georgia Department of Public Safety, but to public safety all across this great state. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to Colonel Hitchens, Lieutenant Colonel Lowe, Lieutenant Colonel Lamb, as well as the entire command staff for your leadership. Thank you to every adjunct instructor who assisted with our school and provided us with their guidance and instruction. And thank you to our field training officers for your teachings, guidance, patience, a lot of patience, and corrective criticism. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to the training staff for your dedication, your sacrifices, and your instruction. It is because of your dedication every member of the 117th is sitting here today. We greatly appreciate you. My class and I are grateful for everyone that's here today to be able to be here with us as we celebrate and look back on this historical achievement. On January 21st of 2024, our lives changed. We left what was comfortable to us. We left our families at home, our loved ones, our beds, especially our beds. Lord, just to enter into the unknown of what Trooper School would be like. But the excitement and anxiety caused by what Trooper School would be like, spread by a whole bunch of rumors, very quickly became our reality as we entered the gates. At which time, those well-known words rang out from the training staff. Why are you resting? That's where it all started, in the 14-degree weather. On the first day of Trooper School, as I looked around at all of my classmates who were present, it made me happy inside to see so many people make the sacrifice and choice to come serve in this profession. However, only a select number of us came prepared on day one. And those of us who came prepared on day one are graduating today. Through all the adversity in our personal lives in Trooper School, I am proud of each and every one of my classmates. We managed to continue to stay strong and stay the course. I think all of my classmates can agree that majority of our Trooper School was spent making sure that our classmate, Cadet Vasquez, was awake in class. He would sleep, sleep, sleep. That was a job in itself. Trooper School was not easy. It was very hard. It consisted of many challenges, but Captain Singletary would always show up at the right time. And when he showed up, he provided us with sincere motivation from the heart and reminded us not to forget our why and to stay the course. He provided us with heartfelt motivation. When he spoke, we could feel it. And Trooper School, the challenges we face range from precision driving, basic and advanced firearms, a very hard, and I mean very hard, shotgun stress course, and defensive tactics week. We learn so much from every challenge. And from driving, I'll always remember the phrase, off the gas, off the brakes, drive the car. Unfortunately, during firearms, we had to hear the phrase, drop your belts. When we heard that phrase, we knew that meant we were about to start running up and sliding down, yes, I said sliding, down a very long and visibly high hill that has been properly titled the Jang Hill. From the shotgun stress course, I'll always remember that giving up is not an option, and we will never leave a brother or sister in the ditch. And from defensive tactics, we'll always remember our why, and we'll always remember the phrase that your body will never go where your mind has never been. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Demarion Jones. I'm extremely humbled to be able to represent my class as the class president. Before Trooper School, I served as a city police officer and a deputy sheriff. However, it was my calling to become a trooper. I followed God's plan without any hesitation. Joining the Georgia Department of Public Safety was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. However, I could not have done this without my beautiful wife, Hannah, and our 3 beautiful children. Thank you for your unfaltering support and your sacrifices. I love you. Okay, enough about me. But before I address my class, I would like to express our gratitude to the families here today. To the families, words can't describe how grateful we are for every one of you. Before even filling out the application to join the 117th Trooper School, your support has made all the difference in the success story of today. We would not be in these uniforms. We would not have came back on every Sunday if it were not for you all. Especially during the first week of Trooper School, we needed your support. On the first day, Captain Singletary talked to the class, and he asked everyone, "What's your why? Why are you here?" And I'm almost certain that every cadet here today mentioned their family. Our why became more important every day. Captain Singletary told us when things got tough, and they got tough, to always remember our why and to keep our eyes on the prize. He reminded us that the prize was the reward for staying the course and walking across this very stage to receive our big hats. We faced many physical and mental challenges during our trooper school. With that, we know that the families, y'all faced a lot of things in our absence, and y'all had to make difficult decisions while we were gone. So we thank you for standing in the gap for us at home, and we thank you for being that voice of encouragement for us during this entire process. Members of the 117 Trooper School, we did it. We did it. Give yourselves a pat on the back. The day we've all worked so hard for is finally here. You may have elected me to be your class president, but every member, all 39 of y'all, are leaders. It took all of us working together to make it to this very big day. We encouraged one another, cried with each other, and yes, at times we hurt with one another a lot. But through it all, the 117th stayed strong. Unfortunately, the Department of Public Safety sadly lost 2 of our troopers during our school. Instead of letting the fear, tragedy, and grief tear us apart, it gave us strength and motivation, as well as courage. And because of that, we became closer. More than just classmates, we became family. Now remember that all families have arguments and disagreements. In the 117th, we had our share. But we were sure to work out all of our arguments and disagreements out of the earshot of the training staff. One specific time comes to mind. I remember us standing outside early morning right before PT out in the breezeway. We were all complaining about how cold it was outside. Our sergeant at arms, Gant, quickly told us, "You're not cold, you're uncomfortable. Suck it up and deal with it." That is how we encouraged one another. That is true brother and sister relationship. Today is time to move into the next chapter of our lives, y'all. Today, as we go out to our posts as troopers, let's take pride in our achievements. Let's take pride in who we are, our uniform and appearance, our postures, our words. And always remember what Sergeant First Class Curriculum would say: do what's right, not what's easy. We are no longer representing ourselves. We're representing our families, our NCOs, this state. We are now part of the most elite law enforcement agency in the nation, the Georgia State Patrol. Members of the 117th, we may get weary on our journeys as troopers and with life in general, and at times we may feel the weight of the world. But always remember that we are God's special people. That actually was not a joke. To my fellow classmates, the 117, stay strong, stay vigilant, and be great. Again, congratulations, class of 117. Our hard work and perseverance has paid off.
The awarding of the Big Hat is the final event, which you have all worked so hard. The end of this ceremony marks your transition from the training vision to the field operations under Lieutenant Colonel Lowe's command. Colonel Hitchens, Lieutenant Colonel Lowe, Lieutenant Colonel Lamb, Major Balcom, and Major Wilson, will you please join me on the stage for the formal presentation of the Big Hats? Cadet David Zarb, badge number 768, post 32, Athens. Cadet Demarion Jones, badge number 108, post 39, Cuthbert. Cadet Peyton Carradine, badge number 841, post 23, Brunswick. Cadet Wesley Collins, badge number 299, post 19, Swainsboro. Cadet Tyler Gant, badge number 865, post 38, Rome. Cadet Eric Adams, badge number 678, post 24, Noonan. Cadet Ulysses Angeles, badge number 210, post 47, Forest Park. Cadet Walt Brown, badge number 769, post 12, Thomasville. Cadet Troy Carpenter, badge number 766, post 4, Villa Rica. Cadet Benjamin Coker, badge number 693, post 6, Gainesville. Cadet Bobby Durden, badge number 506, post 45, Statesboro. Cadet Timothy Edwards, badge number 475, post 17, Washington. Cadet Russell Gazaway, badge number 534, post 29, Paulding. Cadet Matthew Gaston, badge number 356, post 31, Valdosta. Cadet Alan Griffin, badge number 852, post 8, Madison. Cadet Trevor Haregrove, badge number 605, post 4, Villa Rica. Cadet Casey Hodges, badge number 582, post 6, Gainesville. Cadet Deward Holton, badge number 341, post 36, Douglas. Cadet Zechariah Hurley, badge number 987, post 44, Forsyth. Cadet Trenton Jackson, badge number 193, post 16, Hazelhurst. Cadet Corey Lee, badge number 681, post 42, Rankin. Cadet Dalton Lynn, badge number 722, post 45, Statesboro. Cadet Matthew Mansway, badge number 965, post 21, Sylvania. Cadet Brian McIntosh, badge number 348, post 7, Toccoa. Cadet Rodney Morgan, badge number 466, post 30, Cordele. Cadet Zachary Owens, badge number 785, post 13, Tifton. Cadet Mark Peters, badge number 368, post 15, Perry. Cadet Lane Riley, badge number 670, post 37 Cummin. Cadet Dylan Roberts, badge number 289, post 27 Blue Ridge. Cadet Michael Rolla, badge number 703, post 51 Gwinnett. Cadet Samuel Smitto, badge number 267, post 12 Thomasville. Cadet Tracy Sneed, badge number 798, post 43 Calhoun. Cadet Jonathan Tate, badge number 631, post 6 Gainesville. Cadet Nazir Vasquez, badge number 526, post 31 Valdosta. Cadet Dallas Watson, badge number 730, post 9 Marietta. Cadet Michael Welch, badge number 890, post 31 Valdosta. Cadet Ryan Williams, badge number 527, post 10 Americas. Cadet John Tay Wilson, badge number 400, post 24 Noonan. Cadet Lawson Womble, badge number 747, post 14 Cockwood. Now I would like to ask Lieutenant Colonel Lowe if he would come forward and administer the oath of office.
All right, if you would, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name, of York County, Georgia, do hereby voluntarily accept an appointment as a trooper in the Georgia State Patrol. I further swear that I am not the holder of any unaccounted for public monies due the United States, this or any other state, or any political subdivision or authority thereof. I swear that I am not the holder in any office of trust under the government of the United States, any other state, or any foreign state, which I am prohibited from holding. I swear that I am otherwise qualified to hold this office according to the Constitution and the laws of the state of Georgia. I swear that I will faithfully perform and discharge the duties of my position to the best of my ability without malice. I swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the state of Georgia. So help me God. Congratulations.
A tradition was set by the 75th Trooper School when they presented the bell that you see on the stage here today. The ringing of the bell 3 times signifies the successful completion of a school. These cadets have successfully met all standards, and at this time I would ask the class president to come forward and to dismiss his class by ringing the bell 3 times. It was by the grace of God this class began this journey. Therefore, let us mark your new beginning with the same divine guidance. Chaplain Greg Laskowski, please come and offer our benediction.
Several years ago, I saw a prayer on the internet, and I stole it. But I'm going to share it with you today. I don't normally read my prayers, but this one stuck close to me. Dear Lord, help me protect those who depend upon me. Give me healthy eyes and ears, for they are my link with those who need me. Keep my mind sharp and alert. Bless me with patience, Lord, patience to deal with the public, with my fellow officers, and yes, Lord, even with my supervisors, with everyone who makes me want to grit my teeth and bite my tongue. Give me nerves of steel that I may listen to a mother screaming for her child to live, to face the man with a gun, or move quickly to an officer calling for backup and not give way to panic. Grant me empathy that I may help the battered victims of natural and man-made disasters and not cause them more pain than they already have. God, give me the ability to learn what I need to remember it quickly, and give me the wisdom to use the knowledge properly. And bless my family, Lord, for they'll have to make sacrifices to shift work, overtime, cancel plans, and times when I just can't take on one more thing. Help them understand the missed ball games, the missed school programs, and the missed dinners for two. And Lord, give me courage to persevere when I feel undervalued, unappreciated, overworked, and unrecognized. Courage to keep trying, even when I feel in my heart that it's hopeless. And last of all, Lord, help me never to forget why I chose to do this job in the first place, to never lose sight of what's important in the midst of all the stress. Help me to remember that I make a difference, however small it may seem some days, and that I matter. I'm a Georgia State Trooper. Lord, give us peace. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. These cadets begin this school as a collection of individuals from many different places and all walks of life. Through their faith and perseverance, they have attained the honor of becoming Georgia State Troopers. And it's by the authority of the Colonel of the Georgia State Patrol, I hereby declare the 117th Trooper School now graduated. Sergeant First Class Strickland, will you please come forward and see that the class is properly attired?
Iron, up, kid, go! Turn the cover! Go! Ready, two! Right, face!
Sergeant First Class Strickland, let's hear it one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for coming.